Here are the 6 things that the group of people in this world who is the most successful at actually burning fat and building muscle, bodybuilders, have gotten wrong, and what you can learn about it and how you can actually use this to help you burn more fat and build more muscle faster. So before we go into it, click the subscribe button below, because on this channel, you're gonna learn how to build a strong, ripped, high-performing physique that goes along with your business success. What's up, everybody? This is Coach Amir from 7figurebody.com, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the 6 things that bodybuilding world got wrong in the last couple of decades. And as you probably know, regardless of what somebody thinks of bodybuilders, good, bad, whatever, this truly is the group that is the most successful in achieving what really most of the world wants on a grand scheme of things, and that is burning body fat, building muscle, and really being lean. Now, of course, bodybuilders usually push it too far because, they're all on steroids and all this. But if you think about what we really all want is just to be healthy, look good, feel good, all of our hormones and all health to be at optimal levels. This is really what happens when you burn fat, build muscle, and get to that, let's say 10 to 12% body fat range. So bodybuilders have really been successful in this. However, there are things that they're really still believe in, most of them, but they're not true. So without further ado, let's go straight into them. So the first thing the bodybuilders got wrong is clean eating. You've probably heard this before. Well, if you are to lose weight and get lean and or build muscle and or optimize your health, you have to eat clean. Of course, nobody really knows what eating clean means, but in general, the big picture idea is simply you can't have any junk food ever. You can't have a slice of pizza, you can't have a little block of chocolate, you can't have any of that. It's gotta be clean. So you have to eat basically what the bodybuilder diet a lot of times is just chicken and broccoli, chicken and rice, or chicken and, a lot of vegetables all the time, and or tilapia and salad. Basically these very low fat protein sources with vegetables. Again, nothing wrong with that as being a base of your nutrition, but thinking that that's all you have to eat all the time, first, to lose weight, it's incorrect, and 2, that anybody can sustain that forever in today's world, just eating chicken and broccoli all day. Well, maybe somebody can, but I don't think most of us would enjoy doing that. So, number 1, clean eating, absolutely wrong. You don't have to do that to lose weight and or be healthy. Number 2, things the bodybuilding world got wrong is that most of them are on a high carb, low fat diet. Now, again, carbs being high or low doesn't really matter. It should be attached or linearly related to somebody's activity and leanness level. And we're gonna talk about that in another video. But for now, remember that most bodybuilders have a low fat diet. That's why you see them eating chicken, turkey breast, tilapia, all these white fish options that basically have no fat, and it's overall a very low fat diet. Now we know that research has shown that a very low fat diet, especially if you go below a certain threshold, it actually negatively affects your sex hormones. You can't produce testosterone because testosterone is literally made from cholesterol, and these fats from your food actually build testosterone. So a low fat diet is terrible for your hormones, and we know that if your testosterone goes low, you are absolutely going to build less muscle, and it's just make it harder to burn fat and build muscle, which is exactly what we want. So more testosterone does that better, lower testosterone makes it worse. Now, low fat diet leads to low testosterone, so how can actually bodybuilders, survive that? Well, simply because when they don't really care if their body's producing testosterone naturally or not, because they inject a ton of it. And that's why they can be fine with not having even normal range of testosterone, it's low, doesn't matter because they inject a ton of it, and there you go. For us thinking entrepreneurs who are not on steroids and don't plan to be on it ever, absolutely low fat diet is not the way to go. Number 3 thing the bodybuilders got wrong is you have to have 6 small meals a day. I actually did a whole video on this, and you can actually click here somewhere. There's gonna be a link to click to watch that video. But basically, in short, meal frequency is completely irrelevant for your fat loss. You can have 6 meals or 3 meals or 1 meal or 10 meals. If your total calories consumed at the end of the day are the same, your fat loss and weight loss results are going to be identical. So no, you don't have to eat every 2 hours. And actually, some stories say that bodybuilders 50 years ago used to wake up at 2 a.m. and then at 4 a.m., like literally on the clock every 2 hours, 24 hours of the day, every 2 hours they're eating because they thought, hey, this is what you gotta do to build muscle. Now we know that's not true. Okay, the fourth thing the bodybuilders got wrong is rigid eating. Now, just like very similar to clean eating, no, you don't have to eat clean. They also taught that rigid eating is the way to go. Like you have to have this one setup. So in the morning, I'm eating egg whites and whatever, spinach. And then for lunch, I have chicken and broccoli. And then for dinner, I have tilapia and some, grilled vegetables. And that's it. Like it's got to be like that every day for however many, 4 months, 6 months, however long somebody's dieting. You have to have this rigid approach. Nothing ever changes. And one thing I would say that is positive about that is it's very simple and because it doesn't change, right? You can prepare food in bulk. You can, do all the things that are kind of time consuming in bulk and then have less time invested in it. On the other hand, that type of rigid eating more often than not is really reserved only for the, very like, let's just people who are a little bit tightly wound, let's say, that are really, really like obsessive compulsive. For them, it's just kind of like, okay, I'm eating the same thing every day for lunch and dinner and breakfast all the time. And maybe it works for them, even though they all have eating disorders and all kinds of mental issues around food and body dysmorphia and all of this. Again, for us normal thinking entrepreneurs who just want to be in great shape and look good and feel good and be healthy and have energy all day long, we don't need to do things like that. You can absolutely have opposite of rigid eating. Like, okay, you can never have a different thing. Absolutely incorrect. You absolutely can have the freedom of eating pretty much what you want, when you want, as long as total amounts are controlled and you control the calories. You can get to any level of leanness you want and stay in that shape forever. The fifth thing the bodybuilders got wrong that I absolutely disagree with is most of them are basically chasing the pump. And you probably heard or seen the hilarious clip of Arnold saying that,
The most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym is the pump. It's as satisfying to me as coming is, as having sex with a woman and coming. I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym, I'm getting the feeling of coming at home, I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people, I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right? So, I'm in heaven.
So guys, what this means is that most bodybuilders are basically doing, to 10 to 12 reps, so that's called pump training. And what they actually used to believe, I don't know if that's still the case, but this is definitely what you've seen in the fitness magazine and in forums, 15, 20 years ago, that when you are on a diet, certainly you need to be doing pump training. So basically light to moderate weights with, moderate to high reps. So this is what you should be doing when you're cutting. And this is something I absolutely don't agree with. I disagree with it wholeheartedly because what builds the muscle is really progressive overload tension. So therefore, reducing that tension by having lighter weight and infinite reps is not the way for a natural lifter. Again, for natural people, somebody who's on steroids, sure, they can build muscle, easier than somebody who's natural, and also maintaining muscle is much easier, obviously, if somebody is enhanced. So for them, again, a lot of things are changed in the bodybuilding community or groups relative to us natural, thinking entrepreneurs. But this is one of them, right? So they can get away with pretty much doing training that is suboptimal, and they can train suboptimally, eat suboptimally, do all the things that are really not the best, and there are better ways to do it, and they can still get great results because steroids are that effective. Of course, steroids, we talked about this on the channel a lot, why you should not do them unless somebody's a professional bodybuilder and their whole livelihood depends on it. Yeah, then they pretty much have no choice. They have to be roided out. But for anybody else, especially us, normal entrepreneurs who just want to look good and feel good and live long, healthy life, steroids are absolutely a no-no. And then the last thing the bodybuilders got wrong also has to do with training, and that is they are very, very famous for annihilate one muscle group once per week. So basically, Monday is a chest day, Wednesday is a whatever back day, etc. Now we know really the science has shown that it is suboptimal or not the best to train once per week per muscle group. It is much better to have at least twice per week hitting each muscle group. So for your chest, shoulders, back, whatever different muscles on the back, quads, hamstring, glutes, you should aim for as much as you possibly can if that allows, if your time and effort and lifestyle and your whole training program allows for enough time, you should try to hit each muscle group at least twice per week, not once a week. Again, why bodybuilders can survive, doing 25 sets for chest in one workout? Well, first, they have enormous work capacity. We don't. Natural lifters don't. Number one, the reason they have that is because of steroids. And number two, try to do as a natural lifter, go to the gym and do 25 hard sets, properly hard, challenging sets for chest in one workout. Both you and I will die and break in half of the way there. We're never going to do 25, hard sets of chest in one workout. Well, bodybuilders can, simply because, again, steroids. They're allowing them to do that. They increase their work capacity. They increase their recovery so they can do it. So for them, even if it's suboptimal, they get great results with it. They will probably get better results if they hit it twice a week. But again, for us natural lifters, twice a week minimum, hitting each muscle group twice a week, not once a week, is going to be better for every single one of you. So these are the 6 things that bodybuilding world got wrong. I'm about to make another video that lists 6 things that bodybuilders got right, which they really haven't gotten the credit for, because just like anything, every stupid diet has something good and bad. Just like the bodybuilding world, they have a lot of things that they got right, a lot of things that they got wrong. Well, I'm here to share all of this with you so you can actually get better results faster and build more muscle and lose more fat by doing things in an optimal way for you. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please click the like button below. Also click that notification bell so you can see be notified every time we have a new video out every Friday and Sunday. Because on this channel, you're going to learn how to lose weight without suffering, without starvation, without cutting out carbs, and actually build an amazing looking, high performing, high energy physique that goes along with your business success. So if you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.